Welcome to Explain the Charts, your go-to channel for in-depth market analysis. Today, August 10th, 2025, we are turning our attention to XAUUSD, the gold spot to US dollar pair, to break down its current standing, recent news, and technical outlook. Let's start by looking at some critical news shaping the gold market right now. Recent headlines from investing.com indicate significant developments regarding U.S. trade policy and gold tariffs. Initially, there were tariffs on 1 kilo gold bar imports, but the Trump administration is reportedly planning to issue a new policy to exempt these, aiming to clear up market confusion. This policy shift is crucial as trade tensions and tariffs have historically fueled safe haven demand for gold, as highlighted by FX Street and investing.com. The market is currently near highs, with gold clinging to modest weekly gains. Remember the roller coaster ride gold experienced in April 2025? CBS News reported gold averaging around $3,140, then dipping to $2,976 and quickly rebounding to nearly $3,200 within days during that period. This volatility was directly attributed to newly introduced tariffs and stock market dips, leading to a flight to safety behavior. Now, looking at our daily chart, we can clearly see this pronounced volatility during the April 2025 timeframe. Notice the sharp drop from highs around $3,162 on April 2nd down to $3,035 by April 4th, and hitting $2,977 on April 6th, before a strong rebound to $3,085, and then a surge above $3,200 by April 11th. This exactly correlates with the news suggesting that steep tariffs caused a broad market reaction and investor uncertainty, driving demand for safe haven assets. FX Empire recently noted that gold is near highs for the week and pushing toward resistance, with dovish CPI expectations potentially setting the stage for a renewed move to $3,500.20. Indeed, the 52-week range cited by investing.com shows gold trading between $2,423.84 and $3,500.33, with the spot price currently near $3,400. This historical data confirms gold's significant appreciation over the past year, boasting a nearly 40% change. Now, let's transition to the charts for an in-depth technical analysis, starting with the one-day time frame. We can observe a strong bullish trend that has been in play for well over a year, marked by higher highs and higher lows. This long-term uptrend indicates robust underlying demand for gold. Looking back, significant support levels were established around $2,800 in February 2025 and again near $3,000 in early April 2025, which held firm during pullbacks. The area around $3,100 to $3,200 acted as both resistance and then strong support after being breached, further reinforcing the bullish sentiment. The current price action shows consolidation around the $3,350 to $3,400 range, which is approaching the 52-week high. The high of $3,499.45, seen on April 22, 2025, remains a significant resistance level that XAUUSD needs to decisively break above for further upside. Zooming into the one-hour chart, we get a clearer picture of the recent dynamics, particularly from late July into early August 2025. The hourly chart reveals a steady grind upwards, with minor pullbacks quickly bought up. Notice how the price found support multiple times around the $3,300 to $3,310 zone in late July, indicating underlying buying interest. The strong push higher on August 1st and August 4th, reaching towards $3,360 and $3,380 respectively, confirms immediate bullish momentum. However, there's clear resistance building around the $3,390 to $3,405 area, as indicated by the wicks and closures in recent hourly candles. This suggests that while bulls are in control, they are facing strong selling pressure at these higher levels, confirming the news reports about gold pushing toward resistance. Now, let's narrow down our view even further to the 15-minute chart, focusing on the last few days. Here, the price action looks quite choppy, but the overall bias remains slightly bullish within this tighter range. We can see a pattern of small gains followed by minor pullbacks, which are quickly absorbed. For short-term traders, the levels around $3,370 and $3,380 are acting as immediate support, while $3,395 to $3,405 is the current short-term resistance. A clear break above $3,405 on this time frame could signal a move towards the daily resistance levels. Conversely, a sustained break below $3,370 would indicate a short-term bearish reversal, potentially leading to a test of the $3,350 levels. Volume is relatively consistent, suggesting no major spikes or drops in trading interest during these micromovements. In summary, XAUUSD is currently in a strong long-term uptrend, buoyed by ongoing safe haven demand due to global economic uncertainties and trade policy shifts. Key long-term support stands around the $3,200 to $3,250 range, followed by a stronger foundation near $3,000. The immediate resistance to watch is the $3,400 to $3,405 zone, with the ultimate 52-week high at $3,500.33 and the recent futures high of $3,534 serving as major targets. For short-term bullish continuation, a decisive break and hold above $3,405 is critical. The likelihood of this happening increases if upcoming U.S. economic data, especially the CPI and PPI reports, come in dovish, or if geopolitical tensions escalate, high likelihood, 70%. Conversely, a short-term bearish scenario would see price breaking below $3,370, which could lead to a retest of $3,350 or even $3,300, moderate likelihood. 40%, especially if market sentiment shifts and investors are forced to sell gold to cover losses in other assets, as CBS News mentioned for April. Long-term, as experts noted, gold typically functions as a safe haven, so persistent economic uncertainty or stock market weakness would reinforce its upward trajectory, potentially reaching new all-time highs, high likelihood, 75%. However, a significant improvement in global financial conditions or an easing of inflation could lead to a stabilization or even a gradual decline as investors move back to riskier assets, low likelihood, 30%. Keep an eye on key U.S. economic events this week, including CPI, PPI, retail sales, and any Fed commentary, as these will be major catalysts for XAUUSD's next move. For traders, consider looking for buying opportunities on pullbacks to established support levels, but always manage your risk, especially around major resistance zones.